Hey, hey, hey. Mystery tackle box versus Lucky. Lucky and Mystery. What's going on? You're the first one on, Ray. Lagging or not. John, fat guy. How's it going? John and John. More than one John on. So, I do these unboxings every month. This month I thought, why not just do a comparison? Mystery versus Lucky. Now, in full disclosure, I do have a sponsorship deal with Mystery. It's not what you'd call lucrative, but I still work with them some. But I will attempt to give you the most unbiased opinion that I absolutely can. Man, Nathan, sorry to hear that. You won the reel. Hope you're all right. Hope you're doing okay. Hey Jay, how's it going? Wild Gill. So one thing that I think is really important about subscription boxes, especially if you're new to them, you're thinking about getting into them. I subscribe to tons of them, so I've got lots of experience in this arena. 1 month never defines a subscription tackle box. Some months just are bad, and some are really, really good. So you can't get one box and it be awesome, and then you say, boy, this thing's going to be great forever. Flip the other way too. You can't get one box 1 month that's just terrible, and you say this thing's terrible. What I've found is you need a period of time, really 6 to 12 months over that period to decide whether it's really worth it or not. Hey Justin, how you doing, man? Adam Hendricks box. Well, there's nothing wrong with a lot of those boxes out there, but Lucky and Mystery are kind of like the two giants, or at least they were. Mystery still is. I think Mystery is still probably the leader out there as far as volume, the amount of business they do. They really kind of control the market. Lucky used to be that way, but I think, I don't have the marketing demographics in front of me, so I'm just kind of going off my gut. But everything that I look at still makes me think that Mystery Tackle Box is probably the leading monthly subscription box out there, and I don't know where Lucky falls. But at one time, this was about all there was, these two bad boys. And they've done a lot of different things. They've tried a lot of different things. So Steve says Mystery Tackle Box has 150,000 subscribers. Jeez Louise. That's crazy. That's a lot. So what's best? You guys already know. I'm not very happy with these guys. I think these guys are pretty darn good. But this is just this last month, got in the mail. I'm just going to compare them side by side. I'm going to let you decide what you think is better. I am going to show you a couple of things, though, before I go through the boxes, just to kind of show you how they compare. These boxes, each of the companies have different subscription levels. This box, the red box, is what they've changed the name of this over the years multiple times, but right now it's called the Classic XL box. You can get this in several different species. You don't have to just get bass. I get bass because that's the one that I like. This thing costs $26.99 a month, but you can get the first box over at Lucky right now for $18.89, and then all the rest of your boxes would be $26.99. So $27 a month is what this would cost. All right, then if you look at the Mystery Tackle Box, this Mystery Box is called the Pro Bass Box, and it costs $29.99. So there's $3 difference. This one costs you $3 less. than this. Now, right now, today's the last day of their sale, I believe. But you can go to Mystery Tackle Box right now if you want to subscribe, and you can get 15% off your entire subscription. So if you bought a year subscription ahead of time, that saves you almost $50 a year, which is pretty dang good as far as pricing goes. If you look at their websites too, they've got a lot of options, especially MTB. But I was going to show you both of these just to kind of give you, tell you the truth, Lucky has a lot of choices too. Let me show you. I'm going to share with you Lucky's screen for a second, and then I'll show you Mystery's. Lucky right here. All right, you can see they have what they call the classic crappie panfish or the classic bass. That has $30 value, 25 or $30. You can get the classic bass, which is the one I get, which they say is a $40 value, and it contains about seven products each month. You can also get that classic XL in a multi-species, which they say is a $40 retail. And then you can do this extreme, which costs $47 a month, $46.99. Right now they got a deal where you can get the first box for $32.89. And that has considerably more lures. I used to get this classic extreme. They called it something else back when I got it. What really bugged the heck out of me on this one is they just gave you, instead of giving you like 7 baits, they'd say, well, we're going to give you 14 or we're going to give you 12. But they literally gave you 2 of each of the same bait. So you might get 6 or 7 baits, really. You just got repeats. I don't know if they still do that or not. I don't know if some of you guys might know. But that's kind of the way the Lucky subscriptions work right now. Matthew says he does not trust Lucky. Jake says, yeah, they do. Maybe if they're still doing the repeat, the double lures in the box, to me, that's a bad idea. I don't like that at all. All right. Now I will show you the Mystery Tackle Box website. And you're going to see, man, they got a ton of choices. I'm kind of blown away, really, with how many choices they have. And I'll explain to you what I mean here. If you look at this first page, they got the regular box, which is $20. Right now, you can get it for $16.99 with a 15% off. They got the Pro box, which is the one I get, $29.99. You can get it for $25 right now. And the Elite box, which is $33.99. But look at this where it says select a species. When I go over here and click on select a species, look how many options they give you. It's kind of crazy. Here's their prices for the monthly, the 3-month, the 6-month, 12-month. But look at this. On the box I get, you can choose a bass box, a multi-species box, an inshore saltwater box, which they say is redfish, speckled trout, snook, and flounder, a panfish and trout box, an ice fishing box, and a walleye box. 1, 2, 3, 6 different choices just with this one box. And I'm assuming I'm assuming wrong. On the Elite, you can get 2 different boxes. How about on the regular? What can you get? You can get 5 different boxes. Crazy. And then they got, no, they don't have any more than that. I thought they had more. I thought I'd scroll down, but that was on the Lucky side that I scrolled down and showed you. So you got a lot of choices. If you're not just a bass fisherman and you want to do panfish or this saltwater deal, I mean, obviously I don't live in a saltwater area, but Steve does. Maybe a saltwater box is a good idea. I know Florida Tackle Club does a saltwater box as well. So there's definitely saltwater options out there if that's something you like. Yeah, Jake, I think you're right. MTB does get their name out more because they're part of the Catch Company, and the Catch Company owns Guggen, and they own 10,000 Fish, and they own Biospawn lures, and so they've got a lot more products to offer. Oh yeah, the fly fishing box too, Adam. You're right. It's called the Post Fly. I don't know where it's at on the screen here, but so I think Mystery does a better job of trying to give you more variety and try to cover the whole market. So there you go. Now, we've been talking about subscription boxes quite a bit lately. This unboxing that I did on the 6 cents, I was not real happy with it because of the variety. But to tell you the truth, here's something you get with a company specific box like 6 cents or like Jewel Baits that you don't get with a Lucky or a Mystery or a Monster Bass is exactly what you're going to get every month. You're going to get 6 cents lures. You're going to get 6 cents soft plastics and hard baits, and you kind of know what they are. It's not going to be a shocking surprise. Lucky, on the other hand, and Mystery, they have a lot of their own products, and then they select a bunch of products from a lot of other companies. And so one month, you might get a box full of stuff that you don't like at all because of the companies that they chose or because of some of their own lures that they chose. The odds of that happening to you on some of these company-specific boxes goes way down. Jake, I just spent a lot of money. It's not that I can afford it. Okay, so let's go ahead and crack these two open and show you. I already opened them up, and they both have the same amount of lures this month. If you want to call them lures, there's 7 products in each box. So I'm going to try to show you a side-by-side just for the heck of it. To give you an idea on comparison. Now, if you remember, there's $3 difference if you're trying to think about value. And I'm not going to show you what these baits are worth. You're just going to have to figure that up yourself if you want to know what they're worth. I didn't have time to do that. But first off, if you look at the paperwork, Catchco almost always has a sticker in the mystery tackle box. And there's one in here this month. So let me show you the sticker first. Here's the Catchco sticker. Hunting and fishing combo sticker. All right, and then Lucky doesn't have a sticker like that, but the last few months they've been putting this in here. A measuring board, 24 inches, that is a sticker. Now, maybe some of you like this, maybe some of you don't. I don't know. If you don't like just plain stickers, well, this one has a purpose. You can stick it on your boat or something, and then you can use it as a measuring board. One of the problems I say with this is they've been putting this same thing in their box several months in a row now. So I've got several of these now. One I think is okay, but do I need one 3 months in a row? I don't think so. No, Ray, I would say this is not a waterproof sticker. It's just a paper sticker. It's not waterproof. I'd be very surprised if it was. But if you're like Steve Chapman and you say a sticker's stupid, I don't want a sticker, at least this one has a purpose. Right? Okay, now let's look at terminal tackle first. You guys know most guys that get these boxes, I don't think, are super crazy about terminal tackle. They would prefer maybe a different lure instead of terminal tackle. But they put them in the boxes anyway, and I think they do. The reason they do is my guess is terminal tackle's cheap. It's cheap to make. It's cheap to manufacture. I'm sure they can get the terminal tackle very cheap. So why not throw it in, and it gives you a look. So this is Lucky's. They've got some 3/0 hooks, EWG style mustad hooks, and they're pink. Breast cancer thing here. There's 5. This is a 5-pack. That's kind of a cool deal, I got to admit. And a 5-pack is not a sample pack, and you guys know how much I hate sample packs. So that's kind of cool. I've never owned a pink hook before. I have owned a red hook before. Now let's compare that with hooks in the mystery tackle box. 2 3/0 hooks. One of them's red. One of them is a nickel hook. That doesn't excite me, I got to admit. That's a sample pack. Why give me only 2 hooks? They're cheap anyway. Why can't you at least give me 5, a pack of 5? If I gotta get hooks in a box, at least give me 5 instead of 2. Pink for smallies. Yeah, so are these overstocks, you think, Steve? He said they did the pink ones a few years ago. Maybe, I don't know. I do know that Mustad makes a good hook, so nothing wrong with that. All right, that's the only hooks in the mystery tackle box. The Lucky guys also give you a couple of stand-up shaky heads. And same thing, they're in the pink wrapper, and they got like the pink ribbon printed on the bottom of the head. These are 1/4 ounce stand-up shaky heads. So here's the deal. You get 7 items in the box. 2 of the items for Lucky are hooks. So you're only going to get 5 baits in the Lucky this month. Some of you might like that. Some of you might not. Okay. That means you're going to get 6 items in the mystery tackle box and 1 pack of hooks. All right, so now I'm going to compare like hard baits with hard baits and soft baits with soft baits. So first off, I'm trying to look at comparables. All right, well, there's not a lot of comparables. So I'm just going to have to, there's basically, in the Lucky box, there's 3 crankbaits. And in the mystery box, there's a jerkbait and a lipless. So we're not comparing apples to apples, but look at the name brands on these, though. I think the name brand matters to a lot of guys. I know it matters to me. It doesn't matter to some people, but it does matter to me. And when I look at the brands in the Lucky box, I don't see a lot of name brands that I'm really crazy about. Let's start with this one. The LTB Big 'n Baits Square Bill. This is a 70 millimeter. It's a 1.5. This color is some sort of a bluegill. They don't tell you what color it is. It's like a clear bluegill color. This is a Lucky Tackle brand bait. Most of us are probably not that crazy about this brand. It looks like the hooks are cheap on it. I don't know. You know, this is just a China-made square bill. Will it catch fish? Yeah, it probably will catch fish. Okay. The other square bill they've got is by a company called Knockout Bait Company. Hit them with the hook. This is a 3-inch, 3/8 ounce square bill. Zombie is the color. I kind of like the look of this. Again, to me, Knockout Bait Company is a no-name bait company. Hey, Machek, how you doing, man? Guggen Slayer. February's heart disease month, huh? All right, so the two square bills in the box, in my opinion, are cheap, no-name baits. That's all right. In fact, Steve is saying they're basically both Lucky Tackle brand baits. Doesn't surprise me. All right, now they put this brand in their boxes a lot too, and of the three that they have in here, I like this one the best. This one's called Big Mouth Baits, and I have seen that Big Mouth Baits has some pretty cool color patterns. So even though this is a China-made bait, I think they do a better job of coming up with nice color patterns. The hooks do look pretty cheap on this bait. This is a deep diving crankbait. It's a 1/2 ounce. They call this color chartreuse shad. Again, where do you go to buy big mouth baits? Can you buy big mouth baits at Tackle Warehouse or other companies? I don't think you can. Again, I think this is kind of a no-name company. If I'm wrong, correct me on that. So the 3 hard baits that came in the Lucky Box, here they are. No real what I would call awesome, incredible, amazing brands. Okay, so that's Lucky. Now let's look at the mystery hard baits. There's only 2 in here, but this one I know you can get at Tackle Warehouse. Team Arc. This is the LP38. It's a lipless crankbait, and I really like this company. I think they make good stuff. And this color is called Mystic Sexy Shad. This has more of a nationally recognized brand, Arc Fishing is, Team Arc. It is made in China, though, as most baits are. Okay. There's only one other hard bait. It's the jerk bait, and this is a Guggen bait, the Guggen Junior Scout. And this is 3.5 inches long, 3/8 of an ounce. It dives 3 to 5 feet. The color is Sexy Shad. Number 6 hooks. Okay, so if I'm comparing hard baits, even though you got 3 in the Lucky Box, I don't know if I can hold them all up here. Even though you got 3 in the Lucky, I gotta give the hard bait to Mystery. I think they're better. What do you guys think? As far as the hard baits go, who's the winner? Lucky or Mystery? You do get one more from Lucky, so that's something. Yeah, MTB owns Guggen. So you usually get at least one Guggen bait in every MTB box. Hey, Shannon, how you doing, man? Okay, it looks like the consensus is MTB is better in the hard bait category. And I think if you compared the hooks, Lucky was better on the hooks. They definitely beat Mystery on the hooks. All right. The only thing left in the Lucky Box are soft plastics. The Mystery Box has soft plastics, but they also have a jig. So since they have a jig and Lucky does not have a jig, I would say Mystery wins that. What you have in place of the jig in the Lucky Box is that shaky head. Now, I've seen this in several boxes lately. It's the Excite Baits Reflex Skipping Jig. And Excite Baits, they're a real company. They're a real brand out there. But to me, Excite Baits just kind of specializes in monthly sub boxes. They seem to be in a lot of different companies' boxes. That just may be part of their marketing strategy. Now, when I first saw the Reflex jig, I saw it in another box last month or the month before. I hadn't used the Excite Reflex jig. I didn't know much about it, but I'm actually kind of surprised with the skirts and the paint job. It has a nice beefy hook. I really like the paint job on the head. This is an Arky style head. They call it a skipping jig, but it's an Arky jig. You can skip with that, but I like the skirt. The weed guard seems fine. Nothing special about the weed guard, but the hook definitely seems stout. It seems durable, and the bait keeper also seems very solid. And the skirt is wire tied on. Now, I don't think it's hand tied. It looks like a machine did it, but it is it is wire tied. So I think this is an awesome looking little jig. And to me, I think I like this better than the shaky heads. So again, I would give this to Mystery. I think this is a better option than the shaky heads. That's my personal opinion. I think the color's excellent. It's the kind of color I would fish with a lot. All you gotta do is put a green pumpkin trailer on that and you're ready to go. All right, so now let's compare the. All right, so I'll get a vote from you on there. Would you rather have the reflex jig or the shaky heads? That's kind of what you got to compare. Two shaky heads, head jigs, stand-up head jigs, or the reflex. Which would you prefer? Alan, I like the hand-tied skirts. I don't know why. I don't know that a hand-tied skirt's any better, but it just seems to me like anything made by hand sounds like it's going to be better, right? So Booster says he'd take the shaky heads. Justin says he'd take the jig. Ray liked the shaky heads. Shaky, reflex. Huh. Shaky. Okay, that kind of surprises me. There's another reflex, so it's about tied. 50-50 on that. That surprises me just because, to me, so much more goes into making a jig. Painting that head, coming up with the skirt and the skirt material. To me, I think the jig is a much better item than a shaky head, but it looks like it's about 50-50 on there. So very interesting. Yeah, Matthew, I agree with you. I think there's a lot more value in a jig, but I like fishing jigs. If you're a person that doesn't like fishing jigs, then hey, that makes sense. All right, now we got to the soft plastics. There are 2 packs of soft plastics in the Lucky box. There's 3 in the mystery box. So first up, let's look at Lucky. Big Bite Baits, great company. They make good stuff. This is the 4.5-inch shaking squirrel and watermelon red flake. And of course, that would go good with the shaky head jig heads they put in the box. I'm not going to open this because once I did, this is one thing I hate about Big Bite Baits. These companies that make you tear open your bag and then you lose your hole really bug me because I hang this stuff up. So I'm not going to open it. Now this is a 4.5-inch worm. Normally I usually use a little bigger worm on a shaky head, but you can definitely put this 4.5-inch shaking worm, and it looks good. I think the color looks great. Not a problem. All right, next bait. I'm sorry, man. I hate these baits. They put these baits in every box they sell. And I know why. It's got to be their company, kind of like if it's not their company, it ought to be, because it doesn't matter if you get their panfish box, their walleye box, their bass box, any of their boxes, they always have baits from bait rigs in there. And I'm not that impressed with bait rigs baits. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Oh dang, they fell out of the deal, but let me show you. This is just a 4-pack. It's only 4. And this is just a long ribbed bodied grub. And it's not terrible. I mean, come on. You can always catch fish on a grub. So, and it's not a horrible color, a bright chartreuse color. They don't tell you the name of the color on here. They never do on the bait rigs. You just have to guess on everything they send you. But to me, when I see bait rig soft plastics, I think of one thing. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Cheap, cheap, poor quality. It's just nothing about it that impresses me. And if you're going to subscribe to Lucky, you better like bait rigs, because you're going to get them in every box. Yeah. Texas Huntsman. I kind of, you're kind of making the point for me that I was trying to make on the 6th Sense. You're still sending me the same stuff year after year after year. How about a little variety, man? Golly, it's kind of disappointing. But anyway, there's your 4-pack of grubs. And that's a long grub. That's probably a 4-inch body and then another 2 inches on the tail. You're looking 5 to 6 inch long grubs. Not a terrible bait, but man, I just don't like them in my box. So that's the Lucky box. That's what you get for your $26.99. That's it. Now let me show you the soft plastics that came in the mystery tackle box, and we'll kind of talk about the same thing. First off, a 5-pack of the Weston ring craw. Watermelon red, and it has this anise scent in it. Weston Fishing is a Scandinavian company. They put here, and their products, although you can't find them, they're very hard to find locally. You can buy them overseas on the Weston's overseas website, and the prices are higher. But do not be fooled. Weston has very high quality baits. They really do. So this isn't Strike King. It's not some of the more common companies that you use out there. But Steve can back me up on this. Weston made a ton of great stuff. They just couldn't sell in the U.S. for some reason. So when you get this, you're not going to find it anywhere else, which means, yes, it's probably an overstock. It's probably a product that you can't buy unless you go on the Scandinavian's website. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad bait, though. But some of you may not like that. You may say, no, I want a name brand like Kalen's. And of course, Kalen's makes really good stuff. Look, if you're going to put a grub in your box, Lucky, if you're going to put a grub, where's that? Bait Works, Bait Rigs. If you're going to put a grub, try this company. They make great stuff. Kalen's has very specific things that they make, but their stuff is very good. And this is like a 10-pack. This is a 10-pack of 4-inch jerk minnow juniors. That's a decent color there, a nice shad color. Hey, Trenton, how's it going, man? Thanks for hopping on. This is a good bait for this time of year, too. That's another thing. I really appreciate it when a subscription box thinks about the time of year you're fishing and puts the right baits in there. Yeah, you could put this on an A-rig if you wanted. You can put this on a shaky head. You can put it on a Ned rig. You can fish it like you do any kind of a fluke style jerk bait. You could also use this as a trailer. All right, so that's soft plastic number 2. And then the last product they have are some craws. The 4-inch Warax Biwa craw. French design for tournament anglers. This is a 6-pack of craws, and I went on to the Biwa website, and let me show you one of these craws up close and personal. It has this looks like a punching craw to me. You know, it looks kind of like a BB cricket or another one of these kind of slender, narrow punching style crawdad baits. There's not a ton of extra big, wide flapping pinchers on this. Everything's very narrow, very compact. This is kind of a cool looking color too. It's called Okeechobee. Now, if you go to the Biwa website, they make this Warax in a 3-inch and a 4-inch. And their 4-inch goes for $6 for a pack of Biwa craws. And they also are scented. They're pretty smelly. They're scented with some sort of a shrimp formula, B2A. On the website, they say they're very, very durable. I don't know. I've never fished with the Biwa. All right, so we'll put them head to head here, and you guys can let me know on the craws or on the soft plastics. Here's MTB plastics. That's what you got. Ring craw, Biwa craw, and jerk minnows, or the Lucky soft plastics, your grub, and your shaky worm. Who wins there? Lucky or mystery? There's an MTB, an MTB, an MTB. The Biwa for sure. MTB, MTB, MTB. So it looks like MTB's hands down winner on that. Honestly surprised Lucky had BBB in there. Oh, big bite baits. Yeah, Lucky doesn't always do Lucky brands or off brands, but all in all, that's kind of what you got from both boxes. So final verdict I'll kind of run through real quick as I put the stuff back in the bag here, just to kind of let you know. On the Lucky, you got the Biwa craw, you got the jerk minnow, and you got the ring craw, okay? Then you got the Guggen Junior Scout, the Team Arc Lipless LP38, the Reflex Jig, and I can admit it, fell on the floor, the sample pack of Daiichi hooks. Now, I will tell you, Daiichi are great hooks. There's nothing wrong with the hooks, but it is a sample pack. So that's your mystery. And then your lucky, you've got 2 square bills and a deep diver. Big bite, shaky worm, bait rigs, grub, pink hooks and shaky heads, and you get a sticker ruler. The catch code just had a sticker. What's your verdict? Who wins? Who wins? Lucky, MTB, or LTB? Put your vote in now. LTB or MTB? Shannon says MTB wins by a landslide. MTB. Booster, that ruler's a little small for me. Of course it is, Booster. You need a much, much bigger ruler. MTB, 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 MTB. Alan's back on the Hendrix box. Dude, Hendrix is not a bad deal. I'm telling you, the ruler gives LTV the win all day. Right on, Texas Huntsman. Well, right now, I'll just say it one more time. If you're interested, you can get 15% off of any subscription at Mystery Tackle Box, but it ends today. And I'm guessing they're just going to go back to their regular pricing at the end of today. You can use the code SAVE15. If you really want lucky, you can go to their website and you get a pretty good discount today on the first box only. And that's it. Well, hey, I tell you what we'll do. We will ask a couple of questions and give these boxes away. How's that for you guys that are on the live stream? Let me come up with a couple of questions here. Oh, here's a good question right here. Hold on a second. Let me go to, I'm going to ask a couple of questions here. All right, let's see here. Dang it, I'm going, sorry, don't need to. I want to go to, okay, here's something that we'll do for the mystery tackle box. If you want to try to win the mystery tackle box, all you got to do is answer this question. First one to answer it correctly wins. Over on the Carl's website, they have some door buster products out there. What is the name of the bait casting reel that you can buy right now for $34.30 if you are a Carl's Club member? See you, Hellabass. Have a good one, man. Thanks for hopping on. What's the name of the bait caster reel that they've got on their door busters right now? Adam Cunningham, you got it, dude. It's the Escalade. It's the Cadillac bait caster, right? The Cadillac Escalade. Isn't that what it's called? By Quantum Lures. Right now, you can get it for, it's normally $69.99. If you're a Carl's Club member, you can get it for $34.30. Who was asking me the other day about trying to find a bait caster for $50 or less? There you go. Even if you're not a member, you can get it for $48.99. I got no idea if the Escalade is a decent reel or not. Any of you guys know? Yeah, Mad Swim Baiter. We got to get a lanyard. Oh, Howard, what I'm talking about is if you go to Carl's Bait and Tackle, you can sign up for what they call the Carl's Club, and it costs, I think, like $48 a year, $50 a year. And you get, for the entire year, you get huge discounts on all of their baits and lures. So that's what I mean by that. So, congratulations, Adam Cunningham. You have won the Pro Bass Box. Send me a DM at Mr. Bass TV, and I will, with your address, and I will send you the Mystery Tackle Box Pro Box. That's a pretty good deal, if I do say so myself. All right. What other question could I ask to give away the lucky tackle box? Okay, let me look here, and I'll come up with one here. That one would be too easy to ask. All right, what? Let's see here. Okay, this is a good one. Biospawn Lures makes almost all of the baits that you can buy over at Carl's Bait and Tackle, Catch Co. from Biospawn are soft plastic lures. But they do have a hard bait, lipless crankbait that they just created a few months ago. What is that lipless crankbait called? First one to properly identify the name of that lipless crankbait wins the lucky tackle box. Shannon. Kirby, you got it, dude. It's the Rattlebot. That's right. The Rattlebot. And if you don't know what the Rattlebot is, it's a pretty freaky looking lipless crankbait. I will show my screen here and show you. If you've never seen it, it's pretty. There was a bait out there that used to look like this that I think Live Target, Copper's Live Target, used to make something that looks similar to this. There it is, the Biospawn Rattlebot. $8.49. Right now it's on sale for $7.64 if you're a Carl's Club member, $5.35. Do you guys remember that Copper's Live Target lipless crankbait? It looked a ton like this. Good job, Shannon. Congratulations. Send me a DM on Instagram at Mr. Bass TV, and I will send you the lucky tackle box subs box this month. Yeah, has anybody thrown the Rattlebot? George says it works well. He caught a 32-inch northern on the Rattlebot. What color were you throwing? There's a ton of colors, as you can see here. I'm not making this up about the Copper's Live Target. They used to have a red color, a lot like this, and they had what other color? It seems like they had a blue color, kind of like this, but bluer. They got a lot of colors though. 24 karat bling, blue belly, blue moon, bluegill, chartreuse blueback, chartreuse brownback, chrome shad, gold shad, hot sauce, magma, mud money, muted shad, Ozark orange. I'd like to try that one. Ruby gill, that looks good. Sandman and sexy shad. I've got a sexy shad. Anywho, that's way better than the Quake. I don't know. Is it better than the Quake? I don't know. The hot sauce looks like it would be great in the springtime. I wonder though what the action is like on this thing. It's very interesting. It's got a very interesting shape. You know, it's going to look. It looks like no other lipless crankbait out there on the market right now. Corey's got 4 of them because he has a problem. I hear you, buddy. I got the same problem. Well, anywho, that is that. That's the whole shooting match. Okay, tomorrow, for you guys that are just suckers for long videos, I'm going to do an unboxing video tomorrow night of all of the Tackle Warehouse and hookup tackle, all the baits that I've bought that haven't opened yet. That thing, depending upon how fast I go through that, you guys, I could take a couple of hours, and I hope I can do it much faster than that. So if you want to see the unboxing of all those baits, tomorrow's the night. I'm going to do it. I'll post on my Instagram and on the YouTube to let you know when I'm going to do that unboxing tomorrow. It's probably going to be 7 or 8 o'clock, probably 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock Central Time, depending upon what else is going on around the house. Wednesday night is our big giveaway show. Get your fish on, Mr. Bass giveaway show. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. Be sure to join us. We're giving away a bunch of Tackle Warehouse gift cards and just going to be having a good time. Thanks, Brian. Smash the thumbs up button before we go away. And I'd love to see your input tomorrow. A lot of the baits that I'm going to show you are new baits to me. They're JDM baits like from Depths or OSP, some of those companies. I got some kind of cool, different looking baits that I'll be unboxing tomorrow. So it should be fun. It's a good idea. It's very likely that I will show you some baits you don't have. At least some of you will have, obviously, but as a whole, I think a lot of you will not have them. So that'll be fun. And we'll do that tomorrow night, Wednesday night with Steve. And who knows what Thursday night will bring. All right. Thanks for hopping on, everybody. I'm going to end it here in 3, 2, 1. Please smash the like button before you go. Share the videos with your friends and family. Also, what I will do is sometime this week, I will let you know what the prize, the new drawing prize is I'm going to give away when we hit 6,000 subscribers. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a great night. Happy fishing.